With respect and honor, we would now request the Vice Chancellor, West Bengal State University, to kindly deliver the presidential address.
Very good afternoon to everyone. Reverend President, Vice President, Prabhajika Pradipta Prana, the Secretary of this institute, Prabhajika Bedarupa Prana, Principal of this college, and other teachers, the teachers from the different universities and colleges, and my dear students. It is really an extreme and proud privilege on my part to be here at this annual function ceremony of Ramakrishna Sarada Mission Vivekananda Vidya Bhavan. If we go through the history of Ramakrishna Mission, Ramakrishna Mission was established possibly on the first day of May in 1897. After traveling a long path, it was thought and it was inculcated by Swami Vivekananda that there should be a separate organization for the women who will devote their life for the purposes of upliftment of women, because at that period of time, the Indian society was not that much uplifted, and women, though if we go through the thousands of years back, we will find that women were very powerful. Like we will see the Gargi and other very enlightened women personalities in the Indian history. But after the establishment of British rule from, actually it was established in 1757 from the War of Polashi, but British rulers established their full dominance in the country in 1780 onwards, because there were a lot of princeless states were there. And the women's position at that period of time was very miserable in the Indian time, because a lot of oppressions the women were supposed to face during that period of time. Keeping in view these things in the mind, Swami Vivekananda thought of establishing a separate mott, that is in the name of Ramakrishna Sarada Mission. And it was established in 1954, that is 7 years after our independence. And I think that this institution might be the first institution of Ramakrishna Sarada Mission, which was established in 1961 and before my birth. So naturally, this institution has got a very prolonged and illuminous history. And whenever this institution was established, the institution was under the Calcutta University because of its territorial jurisdiction. And in 1961, when some of the other universities were established, like Kalyani University, Bardwan University, North Bengal University in 1962, and some other universities were established during that period of time, but it was established under the territorial jurisdiction of Calcutta University. And it traveled a long path, near about 39 and 8, 47 years under the auspices of Calcutta University, and due to the discipline and devotion of our sannyasinis, this institution has earmarked as one of the most prominent and prestigious institutions of our country. And in the NAC also, I have seen that this institution last year has got A+, is not a matter of joke. I don't know where from the principal had got my biodata, but it is true that I have visited as a NAC assessor almost all the parts of our country, starting from Kashmir to almost Kanyakumari. I went to Madurai also. And how to get the NAC ranking is to get this ranking of more than 3.5, these things is not a very easy matter. It not only actually depends on the education, quality of education, but it depends to some extent on extracurricular activities, outreach activities, how these institutions are contributing towards the upliftment of the society as well as the upliftment of the marginalized section of our people. And I think that this institution has leveled itself as one of the prime institutions of our country by getting the NAC A plus rank, around 3.47, I think. And I'd like to congratulate all the Sannasinis, specifically principal, secretary, president, revered vice president, for this sort of keeping the standard of this college to a certain high level. But the one thing is this, that I have to say without any hesitation that this university as college came under the purview of West Bengal State University, Barasat, where I joined as a Vice Chancellor in 20th February of this year. Just 3 months have gone out. And I have visited 3-4 colleges of this, under this university. Every time the invitations come from the principal, ki sir, you please come to my college, but due to the paucity of time, I cannot visit. Because I generally enter into my office at around 10:30 to 11 maximum, and I work up to 6:30. And I had to travel near about 1.5 hours from my residence in Kolkata. So it has become very hectic. But today, after coming here, I am getting some sort of mental peace as well as calmness and tranquility. This is, I think that it is the Ashirvad of Swami Vivekananda. And I can say without any hesitation that this institution will certainly develop to the highest extent. And, but one gloomy thing I want to request, which I have observed, I was talking with your golden girls of this, golden students of this college. They are getting their degree from the West Bengal State University at the undergraduate level. But we have failed to attract them to study in West Bengal State University. Most of them, most of the creamy layer students who are doing extremely well in the examinations, they are either going to BHU, they are either going to Calcutta University, or they are going to Jadavpur University. And some of them have gone to even some private universities. This is a retrospection that is to be done by the authorities of the West Bengal State University. And I would request all the Sannasinis as well as the revered principal of this college, because to encourage the students to go to the West Bengal State University, because West Bengal State University is not that much remotely located. I have visited 7-8 central universities located in the northeastern region of our country. If we go to Nagaland University, I was there in Sikkim Central University for more than 3 years. It is a wonderful university, but the road connectivity is still very bad during the rainy days. But huge quantum of students come there. So we will also have to retrospect that what sort of quality improvement the West Bengal State University should do. And it is the responsibility of the teachers of this institution also to encourage them to go to the West Bengal State University to take the admission. Because this West Bengal State University is your mother university. So always try to help the mother, nurture the mother, and so that if the mother becomes strong, the colleges will also become more and more strong. So this is my earnest request to all of you, and you please encourage your students, because I have come here for 4 years. I am basically a professor of commerce. That commerce is not here. But commerce in this modern era we understand that this is an era of competition. And in this competition, if your mother institution cannot sustain, your institution will also be affected in a day or two. So please help us to have the better quality of students in our university. Now, if we come under the perspectives of new education policy 2020, we will see that there is a sea change in the Indian higher education system of our country. And whenever we were the students in the late 80s or the first decade of 1990s, there was no conception of CBCS system. We were under the annual system of examinations. And 3-year degree course, 2 years master degree courses. But here under this, whenever this CBCS system came into vogue, the conception of higher education started to change gradually. And if we go through the NEP 2020, you will see that there is a sea change in the higher education system. There is a basket of subjects which we have to offer to our students. But most of the colleges cannot offer it because of their small, not that much qualified teaching strength, lack of infrastructural facility, and paucity of fund. These are the main problems which mainly the non-aided colleges have been facing. Your case is different, but it has become, this education policy has posed a big challenge in front of our higher education system. But we'll have to cope up with it. If we want to cope up with it, then we'll have to increase our quality. You will have to increase our standard. And in the higher education policy, whatever you have been nurturing since last couple of years, I have seen that skill-based education. New education policy is fully skill-based. And if you have the skill, then you will get job. If you don't have the skill, you will not get job. Another thing which we have been observing that after 2020, in our university where from I have come, as well as my experience was same in case when I was the Vice Chancellor of Dakshin Dinajpur University located in Balurghat. It's a very new university, a very scanty infrastructure established in 2018. The students are not coming into the classes. I think you don't have that sort of problem. Most of the colleges, and you have your prizes which you provide to the students for highest attendance in the class. You are providing prizes to the students for the highest footfalls in the libraries. That really that really motivate the students in this era where the students are not liking to attend the classes. Because in the higher education policy, in any course, 40% of the credit a person can earn through going through the SWAM. SWAM portal is there where you can do 40% of the total credits. And in the YouTube channel, in this in this internet, you will find any subject, anything you just put on the YouTube, you will get it. Then why the students will come into the class? This is my question to me, not as a Vice Chancellor, but as a teacher. So here it is the duty of the teacher to attract the students into the class. It is a new challenge in front of our teachers. Otherwise, this mode of higher education system will not operate in this way, in the near future. Now AI has come, artificial intelligence. It has posed a new problem. And already we have seen that in Harvard and Stanford, the robots are taking the classes. And they are answering the questions also, replacing the human being. And they are doing extremely well. Even nowadays, the robotic surgeries are also become very popular. So there is a sea change in the entire conceptual framework of the entire world where we will have to survive. And this is a new challenge in front of not only the highest academic administrators of this educational system, but it is a challenge to all of us to how to overcome this problem. But I am very glad to be here. Really, it is a wonderful experience on my part. Reverend Principal visited my chamber 1 or 2 times, and I am requesting all of you that if you find time, come into the West Bengal State University. I am also requesting the teachers to come to my university because it is your university, and really I will be enlightened with if you give the knowledge to our students also, and our students will also be benefited, but with a condition that you please encourage your students to study, the best quality students to study in the WBSU. Otherwise, the WBSU will not glorify, will not be able to uplift the standard to that level. Because this WBSU has got around 45 to 50 colleges. I don't know, I have inspector of colleges are there, she can actually tell the exact number of colleges. 42, 52, okay. And these 52 colleges, most of the colleges were established 60, 70 years back. I went to APC college, well-equipped college. I went to Barakpur, Sarojini Naidu college, nearby your institutions. And really, it is a challenge that colleges are sometimes, I think, more equipped than that of university. That is not good for health for the higher education system. So we should all strive for strengthening our university, not only by quantity as well as by the quality itself. And what your infrastructure, your small forestry, had really enchanted me, and definitely I have an intention to come here again to see your campus in a more vigorous way, and I wish you all the best, and I convey my best regards and thanks for inviting me on this glorious function. I pray to Almighty for the best possible way your institution can flourish in the days to come. Thank you so much.